Hey everybody, Brian here with Press A to Start, and today we are going to be playing Rimworld. It's been a while since I've played this game, so I'm just coming back to it for the first time. And since this is actually the first time I've played it in a while, I'm going to go check my mods because I don't remember what I have set up and what I don't. So actually, we're just going to be playing kind of the core game for now, which is a little bit, looks like actually the game is updated and these hadn't updated, so that's kind of a bummer. But we're actually just not going to do any of that right now. We're going to close this out and just play the core game. So let's go ahead and get started. I think we will go with the kind of classic Rimworld experience with the crash landed setup here. And so we'll just go next. And what kind of storyteller do we want? Now, I enjoy the base building aspect and all that kind of stuff, so I usually tend to play like the base builder kind of thing. Peaceful must be new since I've played it last. Yeah, I don't think that was there last time I played. But I think today we'll do like a Cassandra classic on some challenge or rough. Let's just go with some challenge. It's been a while since I've played, so we'll go that route. And permadeath mode. Let's go ahead and do permadeath. Let's do it. Let's not. Normally I don't play permadeath, so this will be interesting. Okay. Planet is always the same diameter, but since it's gotten far larger than needed for play, we don't need to generate the whole surface because it can take a very long time. Okay, so this is a little different from how it used to be. Let's just pick a random seed. Ivo. Overall temperature and rainfall can be kind of normal, and 30% is fine. Okay, so we'll go ahead and generate that, and let's go find out where we're going to land. Ooh, this is very different from what I'm used to. Okay. So, zoom with the mouse wheel and page down and page up. And I can... Okay. Got it. So, like right here, temperate forest. That's going to give us granite and marble. And our winter temperature is 16 degrees Fahrenheit. That's kind of cooled. Summer is 79. That's just nice. It's actually pretty similar to where I'm from, actually, up here in Michigan. Okay. 30 days of growing. That seems rather low. Let's go somewhere. Let's go like down here. What do we got here? A lot of wood there, it looks like. Forest. Terrain is impassable. I don't want that. Slate and limestone. I like granite a lot. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, I'm liking that. 50 days. That'll be good. Sure. That seems as good as any. Let's go ahead and pick that. And now we get to pick our characters. And we're going to be telling kind of a story this time. So let's see if we can find some characters with maybe some relationships over here, as well as some characters that just don't totally suck. Starting off, they gave us LJ, who's incapable of firefighting. He's a pyromaniac. I am not going to tolerate pyromaniacs because I've played with them before, and they are really, really sucky. Did I not name... Because it said new arrivals, and is there a name? Planet? Terrain? Just keep that selected. Male colonist of new arrivals. I must pick that later? I don't know why that's showing up. I don't want that. I'll have to fix that later. Okay, so we have Faina? No idea how to pronounce that. Faina, like Reina? R-A-I-N-A? Faina? So we've got her is she's too smart. I like that. Not a big fan of the fact she enjoys drugs, but that's, whatever. She is a super artist and, really good at medicine. I like that. And she's good at research. She's not necessarily bad, except she's a little old. Guillermo Hull. Incapable of... No, okay, so... Let's go over to LJ. What is a housemate? Kept house and cared for children while his spouse worked. Oh, okay. So let's just go ahead and randomize. Ooh, cool. This is awkward. Somehow this male colonist, Mercado, is 32, and his daughter is Faina, who is older than he is. Which is somewhat weird, and I wish the game wasn't able to do that. Sometimes that's really awkward. But I like him. He's a good character. He's got 10 crafting. That's fantastic. 9 melee, which isn't super great, but that's okay. I like guns in this game better, generally. Growing his cooking, his skills aren't super great, but he's at least interested in growing. He's a hard worker. He's trigger happy, which is fine. Nervous, not a big fan of that, but he is a good character, and he likes Faina. So Faina likes Kato Mercado. Why is that his name? I like Kato. Well, just Kato. Boom. Faina Mercado, and she's decent. Let's go ahead and get rid of here. We need somebody that's good with cooking. Let's see what we can find out. Age 17? Child spy? That's cool. She's not very good at anything, but she's pretty young. I kind of wish we could come back to her if we don't like anything, but let's keep going here. Randomize. And we have a male, female. Let's see if we can find somebody that might kind of have an interest in Faina here. Medicine, cooking, no. Animals, message carrier, annoying voice, and a nudist. I mean, there's definitely some conflict there, but we really need somebody who's good at cooking and construction. If I can find somebody who's good at both, that'd be amazing. But construction's not a big deal because that can be learned. I like him. Neurotic, nervous, prostophile. He wants to go bionic, that's fine. Drifter, frightened child. But he won't firefight, that's okay. +3 cooking, artistic. He's incapable of scary. I don't know what that means. He probably won't shoot, but that's cool. We'll go with him. I think that's good. We got our 3 people. Let us go ahead and start. Okay, here we go. The 3 of you wake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sounds of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Some time later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to pause and figure out how to disable this, because that is bothersome. Menu, options, learning helper off. Okay. I guess if they change too many things about this game, I'm going to have to deal with that. So, that's fine. I am also going to just slightly drop my volume because that's kind of loud. Okay. Okay, so let's unpause it here. And we got our people, Kato, Fena, everybody ready to go. So first things first, we need to unforbid all of these items. And for like the wood here, like it's just easier to zoom out and just do that. Steel is going to be the same thing. Yeah, there's some. So zoom out. We got a bear down here hanging out. Okay, first things first. We need some place to. We need something to build with, basically. We got a lot of compacted steel here, so we should be okay for steel pretty right away. And we should be good. What do we got here? Silver ore, so we're gonna have money. So the real big problem is gonna be probably components. Man, there's a lot of steel here. There's some compacted machinery, some plasteel. Man, we got a decent roll. Just kind of taking stock. We have a pretty decent roll. Turn my volume up so I can hear it, because it got quiet all of a sudden. Okay. Alright. So the first thing we need to do is let's get you equipping. Who can shoot? What is it to switch? Okay, cool. I remember that. Michael Ness is good at shooting, but he is incapable of scary. Or Mikhail? I don't know. I didn't rename him. Fena is no good at shooting because she's not violent, and Kato. Okay, so Kato is going to get my survival rifle. Ness will get the pistol, and why bother giving her that? Okay, so now I've seen a lot of people kind of build into like the mountains and structures and stuff, and that probably over the long haul makes sense, but that's not really the way I like to do things. I really like to set up my own buildings that are freestanding. So I like to just set everything up here. One right there. Okay, so who's my doctor? My doctor is good. Okay. Ness is a good doctor. And Fiana's a good doctor. So we'll have Ness. Who's my cook? Okay. We'll have Ness is my cook. Fina is my grower. Kato is definitely going to be my smither, tailor, and crafter. All of you are going to be set up for construction. So you're my cook. So you're basically not going to be doing anything other than cooking. Hauling and cleaning, I need somebody set up for that. Okay, since I'm not going to be doing much of that, you're going to be that. And you're going to be my construction Kato. Not really worried about cleaning right now. Ness can maybe be a hunter, maybe not. We'll see how that works out. And we'll just kind of fill everything else out there. Okay. So, since wood is basically all we've got, and I don't have enough stored because I don't have a storage space yet. And that's okay. Now, I've done a lot of different ways. I find that so far the way that I like to build right now is 4 spaces. Interior on the walls. So if I build... Where do we want to start building? This isn't a huge map. And we also want to be cognizant of... We have a geothermal vent here. So we want to keep that in mind, because that can be useful later for power. So let's just start building over here. Actually, before we build, let's do some planning. So I happen to know that a geothermal doohickey majigger takes up about that much space. So what we really need is a room about that big and that big for it. Like that. That'll give them room to walk around. And it'll give them room for this. So we'll keep that in mind as we build. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't seem right. We'll have to look at that later. That doesn't seem correct. But for now, so if we want 1, 2, 3, 4... Oops. So if we want that to be a main wall, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one needs to be a main wall. And that leaves 4 spaces in between. And that way my hallways and my rooms can all be basically the same size. So I can kind of do whatever I need to. So if I do that, and let's see here, we also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Doot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect. Okay. I guess I did do that at 30, so that makes a lot of sense. So we'll come down here, and we'll do another divisible of 5, which is 20. And we'll bring it down all the way. And this gives me kind of a basic layout for what I want my area to look like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 2, 3, 4. And now I have kind of a nice grid area. And if I want to make these kind of look more like real buildings, all I need to do is start erasing. We'll do 10 here. Give myself a little bit more room for planning. And we'll go down maybe 2 more here. So 10. This just kind of helps me to have kind of a nice aesthetic when I'm building my buildings. Okay, so now we got that laid out, and what we want to do now is start removing plans to kind of lay out the overall shape. I know I want a 10 by 10, or a 9 by 9 really, So it's 4 and 4 and 1 is 9. So I know I want a 9x9 storage area pretty quick. I know I'm going to need a refrigerated area for my kitchen and refrigerator. So I think we'll do that over here maybe. So that'll be... That can be the fridge to start with. And then that can be the kitchen. And then this will be a hallway. And this will be... No, actually, that will not be a hallway. This will be a hallway. Because then this can be 4 bedrooms. And then what do we have over here? That can't be... I guess that could be another hallway. Or the storage room could be this big. Like this. And we'll leave that there as a doorway into there. That can be the storage room. And then we've got... Actually... Oops, wrong one. That can be a room there. Room. Okay, that makes sense. And actually, we'll have that be another door into the storage. And we got 4 bedrooms there, a bedroom there. 1, 2, 3 bedrooms there. 4 bedrooms there. So, that should work out splendidly. And let's see what else. So we got all this room up here. What other kind of spaces do we need? We need a dining room eventually, so that can be that's the dining room right there, because then the food can just pop out right over there. And then we've got all this space over here for us to figure out what we need to do with that later. So that works cool. So the next thing we need to do is set up a stockpile zone. And that's that. Now we just need to set up what the stockpile zone will take. We don't want any food there because that's going to go there. And we don't want any corpses there. And that's basically it. Now we can leave that to be chunks. And I think we'll put chunks in there for now. And we'll move those later. But that's okay. This will be where food goes. It doesn't really matter if that's... So we're going to clear all, and we're going to allow food and corpses. And that allows us to put like dead animals in there, so that when we go hunting, we can put those in there, and then we'll have to, refrigerate that eventually. So that sets up 2 of our areas there. We're going to put a door, like a couple doors here, one on this side, one on that side, maybe. And that should be good. So, for now, we're going to go ahead and build our structure up. And the first thing we need to build is really the bedrooms. And so we'll build 3 bedrooms. Door, and some beds. And then we'll just use a little tiny... What is it to switch them? Is it Q and E? Okay. Just little utilitarian beds for now. And then we'll upgrade them to a double bed later so that they can, enjoy life. And all of the wonderful things life has to offer. And then we'll build a torch. Give them some light. And that'll be kind of where we start off. Okay, so we will go ahead and play it up. And they need beds, which, obviously. So they're going to be bringing some stuff to there. I also probably need to... Construction here. Let's put that up to 2 so that they focus on construction instead of hauling for right now. Fena, start building. Okay. So let's just kind of see how that goes. I'm going to skip this forward. Scoot this up just a little bit. What is that? Is that my... That's one of my little foxes. Okay, so we've got this bedroom almost built. Okay, and Kato's just puking. Good for you, Kato. Ooh, I want to take, they must have did this options, wind plant sway. That is irritating to me quite a bit. Just make sure I don't have anything else. Okay. That's better. Whew. Okay, and we're out of wood, so we need to get them to... How do I do that? Orders, there we go. Chop wood. And I also need to go to plant cut and make sure that is pretty high in everybody's list of things to do. So they'll go ahead and do it. Because they need to get the wood chopped if they're going to do any of the building. So we might as well have them. Now I know using cut plant sometimes is not the most efficient use of how to do these things. And that's because they will cut all the grass and everything as well. But some of these trees are too young for them to go ahead and try to chop. And so I wanted to make sure that they actually chop them all up. So that's why I did that. And eventually we'll lay some floor down and stuff there, so that's not a big deal. So, oh, we also need to give them something fun to do. Joy. So let's give them a horseshoe pin on the outside here. Alright, good job, Fana. And then I also want to set them up with a work schedule that works well for me. And generally speaking, I like to force them to do joy for at least 4 hours of the day. And that kind of gets them the most efficient use of their time. And this has changed. I can't collapse that anymore. Okay, hopefully that doesn't become an issue. Alright, so they're gathering up a whole bunch of wood. So we're doing decent there. I'm going to scoot this up to the next level of speed so that we can get through more. It looks like we've actually just about finished our first day here. Everybody's going to bed, and timing is pretty darn good because we're just about to hit that half-an-hour mark. So let's just pause and kind of wrap up what we've done so far. We've got our 3 bedrooms built. We've got kind of a larger floor plan set up for our kitchen and our refrigerated section, dining room, storage area, more bedrooms, and whatever all this is going to be. Things we got to do next time is get the kitchen. We definitely need to get this refrigerated area built. That'll be the next priority. And then we need to start growing some food. So that'll be kind of probably the priority of the next video. And we'll kind of see how that runs from there. But until then, I'm Brian from Press A to Start. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe and click like on the video. And we'll see you on the next episode of Rimworld.